Okay, so my wife told me that I'm handsome, and I believe it. So I figure it's time to start doing videos of all the stuff I am doing. And partly because all the stuff I'm doing is costing a lot of money. So hopefully I'm handsome enough. And so through the winter, we worked on building this shed. And the shed is an awful nice shed, but it's an expansion of my workshop that we put together. And the reason is because my primary workshop a couple years ago was set up pretty decent for the wood shop, but then we got the Jeep and built it out for camping and trips, and have the YouTube videos of J2D Explore with it. But unless I took everything off of it, it wouldn't go into the garage. And so I decided to put this big door in so that I could put the Jeep in here and it would be garaged. Because first world problems. And I realize that that is very much first world problems. Oh, you get a big fancy Jeep, build it out, with all kinds of stuff, and then, oh, you lose workshop space. So nonetheless, the goal now is to get set up the shed and move tools out of here that you obviously can see is a complete mess. Partly because we were building the shed. That hopefully will go into the other workshop focused on finishing and smaller tools, etc. for woodworking, and maybe some lumber storage, but not sheet goods storage. That's the idea. With the hope of then being able to get set up the bigger tools in here and actually usable. And obviously when I'm still doing stuff, I'll move the Jeep out, but the idea is that. Now, I don't know exactly what tools for sure. The theory right now is the router table, the scroll saw, the sanding stuff, so the Raycon spindle sander. We've got this mini lathe that I traded something for. I've never used it yet. So we're thinking those will go in there, as well as like, you know, a table space for just finishing and stuff. Maybe the drum sander I can fit in there. Really not sure. That's the idea. Now, if I post this and people actually watch it, and you want to give some productive feedback, if you want to give unproductive feedback, have at it. I can deal with that, and I'll probably be I'll respond in an attempt at a funny fashion, maybe. But if you have thoughts and ideas, because it's going to be weird to split tools into two different workshops, but I didn't need a permit to build a shed, and I could do it myself with my wife's help and I did. So any thoughts or ideas? There's a bunch of stuff that I need to do. Once I figure out what goes over there, I've got a new, bigger air compressor to wire up and set up. That one's kind of on its last leg, partly because I didn't take care of it. If you see boxes here, I have a saw stuff, table saw, because table saws scare the shit out of me, even though I've used them for years. So I'm replacing it with this one, or replacing this one with the saw stop. But I'm probably going to keep it in here. But any ideas on a sensible split, if you do woodworking stuff, I generally do things with the CNC, and I generally try to keep most of it small. I'm not a big cabinet maker person or anything. I made the cabinets for the miter salt station here, but most things come down to being relatively small. And I have some products that I'll get back to doing. The past couple years, I've also been doing school along with work full time. So I'm just trying to get set back up for that. And that's my idea in theory. And so this will probably be just a quick video if I figure this all out, followed by some videos of me finishing up a couple things in the shed. So the shed's been painted. I've put the mini split in. Obviously I painted it purple. You may think that this is a she shed. It's not. My favorite color is purple. I think it's funny. I'm manly enough to admit that. And so we are going to put IKEA cabinets up here at the top here for storage of finished trays and charcuterie boards and stuff with inlay on the CNC. There'll be a row of them floating down here too. I have them to put together. I'll probably do that through the rest of the weekend and try to video it